was what pay-per-view would you say that they took out their top baby face for really just whatever, and said that basically
No. You said biggest star at home. That's what you said. They have left their biggest star at home before.
Who?
It was one of the 20 WrestleManias. Fuck. I'm gonna blank on it because now you're calling me on it, but I want to say it was either. Nah, I won't be able to remember, but I know they've done it.
So they let their top babyface set at home at WrestleMania for
No. You said top star. You said top star, and yes, they have absolutely.
That's the one. Their top star. Their top babyface. I said top babyface.
Top babyface and top star are two different things. You can consider a heel a top star.
I just said top babyface.
You said top star.
Well, there's a top star, but I've been saying top baby. I've been saying top babyface. Why would you let your top babyface? Why would you allow that to happen? Even top stars shouldn't allow that. You're going to talk about top heels? Why would you?
It was definitely in the 20s, and I want to say it was early 2000s that they did.
So they allowed that person, whoever we're talking about, sit at home because they had no injury, no nothing.
Correct. They had nothing booked for them for WrestleMania.
Were they the top baby face? I don't mean just a baby face that was fairly good star.
You're playing with someone that doesn't have that great of a memory for everything like that. But I remember watching the pay-per-view like, why was this dude in a storyline for everything leading up here, and there's nothing here on WrestleMania?
Yeah, you would be talking about the top babyface, top heel. I ain't talking about someone who's a star.
It was in the John Cena era. It was in the John Cena era. I remember that much. It wasn't John Cena or Randy Orton, but it was one of their top guys that were not on the WrestleMania card.
You have to really I can tell you. I'm gonna call you out now and tell you it would make no business sense.
I understand you're saying it won't make no business sense. I have plainly said multiple times over, WWE makes a lot of damn decisions that make no business sense.
They do. They do. You are more than 1,000,000% correct. But I'm talking about WrestleMania. Your top. Never mind. You're not getting. Anyways, point is, you're telling me that you go. You're not understanding me.
I am understanding you.
You're not
understanding me.
I understand you just fine, but the point is, you're telling me that
you're acting like this would never happen, and it absolutely would happen.
All right, forget the fans. Just forget the fans for just a minute. It's not even about the fans right now. How about we just go to stockholders? If they find out that Vince McMahon had in his mind he's going to take out his top baby and let him sit at home and do nothing and have Lesnar versus Lashley go at it, you know how much hell he's going to catch?
None.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Because, again, this goes back to the fact that people look at Lesnar as money.
I do. I care, and they do look at him as money. But why would you not have your top babyface, who's a lot of money, right there at the same time? Yeah, but you can have a triple threat. I mean, whatever. I'm like, we're getting way off.
Why would Lesnar carry the title for multiple years and be there 3 times or 4 times a year? Stockholders don't care as long as they make money, and people are going to look at it as, in this case, stockholders are going to look at it like, okay, that makes sense because I don't want the product.
You're looking at it. Never mind. All right, let's just move on. It doesn't really matter. We're on WrestleMania 3. We've gone on 10 minutes of something that doesn't even matter. But point is, you talk about the Honky Tonk Man. He's just a different character. That's the right time. Would the Honky Tonk Man work today? Like, the exact same character?
Wait, what happened? What was the question?
The Honky Tonk Man. Do you think he would work today? The same exact character, same exact time frame. Do you think that he would work?
He would have to be approached like Disco Inferno.
You just answered my question.
He would have to be treated. He would have to be treated like Disco Inferno. Basically, kind of like a joke character.
Basically, you just answered my question. It would not work. It was good for that time frame. What that time frame he was in, his generation, it was good for that, and it was good even for a little while. He was in WCW.
He actually probably would work on Impact because he'd be like a Johnny Swinger character.
Yeah, let's not go there either.
I like Johnny Swinger.
I think that's whatever. But anyways, that's how you feel about it. Point is, we went way off subject on something that really doesn't even matter. Back to set doesn't matter. Lesnar's set in the home, and he's not even part of the company. So apparently,
I don't even know if he's done with wrestling. He might be.
I don't know. I could really care less, honestly. I really could care less about what Lesnar does. He can sit at home and enjoy his money and his family. That's fine.
Actually, I think he would probably be best utilized to get Keith Lee over. But, any case, Keith Lee's injured right now.
I know. He probably sit at home too.
But I'm just saying, Lesnar could be utilized to get Keith Lee over. It would be probably the best situation. Yeah,
he could be utilized for a triple threat match too.
Oh, here we go again. So John.
Anyways, Nikolai and Sheik.
No. You never rated the Honky Tonk Man and Jake Roberts.
See what happens. You bring up stuff that doesn't even matter.
You got to work with my ADD. I've driven people insane all day with it.
Well, you're driving me insane for the last 10 minutes about something that doesn't even matter.
So what do you think about Jake Roberts and Honky Tonk Man?
I think that they should have a triple threat match at WrestleMania 37 with Drew McIntyre.
Jake Roberts is not healthy, man.
Honky
Tonk Man alive?
Yes, he's alive. He was on Dynamite this Wednesday. You watch it.
Honky Tonk Man was on Dynamite? I don't remember.
You just said the word Jake Roberts. You just said the name 2 seconds.
No. Yeah, no. I know Jake Roberts is not healthy, and I said Honky Tonk Man is still alive.
Yes, he's last time I know he's alive. He's still rocking.
I was gonna say, man, somewhere. I can't. I'd be very disappointed in AEW if they had Honky Tonk Man on there.
You'd be disappointed if they did or didn't.
If they had Honky Tonk, they should not have Honky Tonk. Look, AEW, yes, they should definitely have people with star power. I think Jake Robertson's in a good position. I think Tully Blanchard's in a good position. I see no value in bringing in the Honky Tonk Man.
Well, probably not, because they're not going to bring him in. I don't see the reason why they would bring him. He's not, value of money, right? He came in as they have like a Legends night or something one off or something. But as far as just being in there,
WWA. No, don't ever bring him in for Legends night at AEW. That's no.
Well, they're not gonna have a Legends night anytime soon anyway, because they don't. You're bringing people that was named part of AEW in their history as far as past times. AEW's only been around for a couple of years.
I mean, technically, if they bring in DDP, they can have a Legends night with DDP, Sting, Tully Blanchard, and Arn Anderson.
I understand that. I'm just saying it's not the right time frame for them to have.
No, they shouldn't have. And this kind of goes to the other company. I don't think Impact should have a Hall of Fame, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not. They especially when they started that what 12, 15 years into the company, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't understand why that even came about. I was like, dude, you're too young to have a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, not old enough to have a beer. Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov with Slick. So let's see, that's Slick, Jimmy Hart, and then Bobby Heenan involved in like 4 different matches.
Wait, what did you rate Jake Robertson on, man?
Damn it.
I went forward and you went forward.
You went with 4?
No, fast forward. Not first. Anyway,
yeah. No, you're good. If I remember correctly, this was because Jimmy Hart pulled the legs. If I was to give the match itself, it would probably be a 4.5. But if you include the fact that they snuck the snake at Jimmy Hart, I would say it's about a 5. It's entertaining on that part of it.
I gave it a 6.
Okay, a little bit higher than me. I think the post-match stuff was more entertaining than everything else.
It helped out.
Well, yeah, I mean, you also have Alice Cooper.
I think the match was pretty good, too. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great, but, all the way around, I was 6, so.
Yeah, I get it.
They could have done a little better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely could have. I don't know much about Honky Tonk Man, but Jake, I know, is one of those masterful psychological guys.
One of the longest reigning Intercontinental champions of all time. Honky Tonk Man.
I think that has a lot more to say about where WWE was in that era.
Well, it drew in a lot of attention. It was good for it's good for business.
And what year was that he did that? It was 96, right?
No. Hell no. That was started. He's lost that title in 90. I think it was. Yeah,
90?
90. Yeah.
No. Okay.
He was
Because I'm
gone
like,
probably 90. He was gone probably 90, 91, I think it was. He
I
was
thought
gone.
him and Lawler were there at the same time.
Oh, I mean, he came back, actually, if you want to give technical Bobby. He was gone for
Oh,
the
okay.
first run. He came back eventually for a little while, for the second run for a little while, but he eventually also
Maybe.
showed up. And during that, when he got let go from the WWE, he went to WCW for a while, and he came back. There was a problem with his did with his career, and then he left.
You know why I thought it was in 96? Because I put that together with him having Billy Gunn. Because didn't Billy Gunn be like, wasn't he Rockabilly or something like that? And then Billy Gunn left him, and then Road Dogg left Jeff Jarrett, and that's when they formed the New Age Outlaws. Isn't that how it happened?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure how much significance there was with Billy Gunn and Honky Tonk Man, though.
Well, I'm just saying. I think that's why I thought the Intercontinental thing was in '96 because I put those two together.
Oh no, he lost that to Ultimate Warrior back in '90. Yeah, 90.
Yeah. Okay. Then I absolutely remembered it wrong because I actually thought he lost it to Jeff Jarrett.
Could have been 89, but let's say 90.
Yeah. But I was thinking it with Jeff Jarrett. I was way off.
I can't remember what year that was. Anyways, I'll figure it out later on. But anyways, so
Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov versus B. Brian Blair and Jeff Brunzel. Yeah. And again, Slick was part of this because WWF was manager crazy. Honestly, Sheik and Volkov won by disqualification. Would you end up rating this?
A 5. I didn't really like Hacksaw and Jim Duggan interfering and making it look bad. So that was.
I didn't think that. See, for me, that didn't make sense.
And didn't, and I just didn't. I was like, well, what the hell? So I just, it was bad call, bad booking. I just felt, and it just didn't look good for a face, especially with Hacksaw. It just didn't look good at all. So, yeah, I just gave it a 5. Could have been better, way better, but
definitely could have been better. And I actually did a 4.5 on that one as well.
I generous with the 5. Just bad. It happens. It happens at WrestleManias. Bad stuff, but
like Roman Reigns looking like he was going to retire Undertaker and everyone was against him.
I
remember being very angry at that.
Yeah, you're not the only one. That was. Yeah, no. Let's go move
on. Hulk Hogan against Andre the Giant with Bobby Heenan.
Man, this was a iconic match. The move of Andre versus the Irresistible Force. Man,
they still use the Scoop Slam on like promo material for WWF.
Yeah, but it was such an iconic moment. I mean, you talk about some people that even back when I was wrong, they didn't realize how significant that was. It was just how significant what Andre meant to the business for so many years. I believe it was at that point, it was up to 15 years he was already dominating that business.
Mm-hmm.
And hadn't he been champion, it's just crazy. He'd been all over the world and a lot of people. I mean, it's just interesting. And the funniest thing was, I guess funny is how depending how sense of humor would be for anybody. Someone actually said this to me several years ago. I'm gonna say said to me about 8 years ago. I guess it would have been talk about Andre and also we're talking about someone mentioned Andre, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, Andre, that's the Big Show's daddy." I'm like, No, it's not. Oh yeah, if you go ask this person, they're gonna tell you. I'm like, that's the storyline that was on WCW back in the day. And it was smart business. Bischoff did. I mean, it was really smart business. Why wouldn't you do that? But it was in that time frame. Obviously, you could, depending on if you weren't in the business, you wouldn't have known that. I mean, anybody wouldn't have known that. But yeah, it was just interesting. Someone brought that up. I'm like, no, it was not real stuff. Oh yeah, it was. Tony, it was the real stuff. I'm like, no, it was not. But anyways, that was just an interesting side note But yes, Andre was such a huge part of the business, and it was just